What's up, Fruitful investors? In this video, I'll be talking about house flipping mistakes that you need to avoid because I know a lot of people who literally lost everything and you don't want to lose everything. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so you know I love flipping real estate. If you know me, I've renovated and flipped over 100 homes in the 12 years that I've been a real estate investor, so I know a thing or two about renovating. Also, I was a carpenter by trade even before I got into this, so renovating and flipping is literally in my blood. I love it, and we have a kick-ass flipping business where we flip about 20-25 properties a year or more. We're growing pretty quick. So I want to show you everything I've been through, everything I've seen from other friends of mine or just investors I work with on what not to do, and we'll talk about what to do. So the one thing you want to avoid is buying in a bad area. So, right, you've heard the thing, location, location, location. That's really the most true, especially in flipping, and you want to avoid areas that have no fundamentals. So what are fundamentals? My favorite nerdy ass thing, if I can finish this word. No fundamentals. So there's no job growth, right? No jobs, no population growth, more about pop, no prices rising in real estate. They're just stagnant or going down. I'll put prices down. So you want to avoid those areas. So you want to invest in good areas, which usually means more expensive areas. So that's probably why the majority of people, well, not probably, it's definitely, the majority of people who do bad on flips is typically because they flip in a bad area because it was cheaper. But Matt, the houses in like the main metropolitan areas are too expensive. I can only qualify for this much and they're this much. So I can't even do a flip. So I'm gonna go 20 minutes, an hour outside of town in this small country town where nobody does anything or there's no jobs because it's cheaper. Okay, so what you wanna avoid is chasing the deal. It's too expensive over here, so I'm gonna chase the deal over there. I'm gonna go 3 hours over there. I'm gonna go across country and flip houses in Idaho because it's cheaper. Okay, we wanna avoid that at all costs. You wanna be where the action is, which is typically the expensive cities because there's job growth, there's population growth, the price of real estate are at the very least neutral or they're going up. So the real estate cycle goes up and down, right? This is the real estate cycle all the time. This is about 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, give or take. So you wanna flip houses from like here to kind of here. Okay, you wanna definitely avoid flipping houses here. And I like to start flipping houses here when there's a proof of concept, right? The market's been flat maybe. This could be like 4 years, by the way. Like when it's just flat in some markets and you're just waiting. Now you can still pick up some deals here and there like throughout the area, but when you're really ramping up, like you wanna wait to here when the market's already going up, jobs are coming in, population growth, the economy's turning around. Don't start here, right? Because we can never time the market, so we don't really know what the hell's what. But basically what I'm saying is when there's proof, like the market is definitely going up in your area or the area you want to focus on, that's kind of where you want to invest, when there's an upward trajectory, okay? So number two, once we decided there's a great area you want to invest in, what you want to avoid is, like I just kind of said, is overpaying. Man, I can't spell anything. I never can. I don't know why I even try anymore. You want to avoid overpaying, which usually means you're buying MLS deals. So we want to avoid MLS deals. Again, MLS is easier, and especially with newbie investors, they think the only place to buy real estate is on the MLS. Can't blame them, but like we all started out there at one point. I thought the same way. You can only buy real estate with a realtor on the MLS. No, you need to get under market value deals direct from seller. That's the key to having a profitable flipping business, is getting that property below market value. At the very least, even market value minus commissions. Like that's not ideal, but like that's the most I would pay, right? So avoid overpaying, especially right now. The majority of North America is in a boom phase of the real estate cycle. I'm sure it is for your area. So you're seeing the houses sell in 3 days, 5 days, multiple offers, 30 offers. That's happening all the time. We want to avoid doing that and get deals direct from seller. Now you're probably thinking, Matt, that's impossible. The market is hot as hell. All the sellers in my town know it. Mine too. Sellers will always be motivated in any part of the real estate cycle, even here. There will always be motivated sellers who will sell at a discount, knowing full well they're selling at a discount, but they just don't give a shit. They just want to get out of the house. They're done with it. Something's going on in their life. The house needs too much work and they just want out. It happens to us all the time where a house would sell on the market, let's say for 500 with a realtor, and they're gonna sell to me for 420. Like they could easily go sell it for 500 and net after realtor costs and bullshit around 480, but they still sell it to me for 420, knowing full well they could do that, but they just like us, they like our system. It's easy, they can just walk out the door, not fix anything, don't clean anything, just leave everything behind. Just take your purse and get out of the house. We'll buy everything and we'll do it as is. People love that. So they'll know full well they're selling at a discount, but they don't care. So that's the kind of clientele you want to find. I have so many videos on my channel talking about how to get to them. Essentially, it's just marketing, right? Flyers, Facebook ads, all the stuff you've probably already heard of. You just want to triple down and do a lot of it and get in front of all the sellers in your area and bombard them with your bullshit marketing until they say, fine, I'll sell my house because this thing happened in my life, this is going on, I'm sick of this house, etc., etc. Many reasons why people will sell under market value. So you want to avoid paying retail, especially with flips. You want to do rental properties, which I love. I made my whole net worth on rental properties. MLS all day long. Pay market value all day long, baby. If you're going to hold that property for 5 years or more, go wild. When you're doing flips, it's got to be direct from seller, off market. Okay, so the next thing you want to avoid is buying too advanced of a flip. So what I mean by that is the house needs way too much work. So very real structural problems. The house is leaning like this. The foundation's falling apart. You walk into the house, the floors are just kind of like, what the hell's going on? They're all on angles. Just avoid those. I still even avoid those. I've done over 100 flips and I'm a carpenter by trade. So you think I'd be the one person that would love to like take on those houses? I don't want to go near those houses. All I focus on are the cosmetic flips. Paint, floor, trim, doors, kitchen, bathroom, out. That's kind of my whole bread and butter. I've made so much money on just that because your buyers don't give a shit really about the new plumbing or the new furnace you just put in or the new electrical wiring you did throughout because the house was so shit you have to gut the house. I do it all the time in all my marketing. They just don't care. I still market it because it is important. Like some buyers are like, cool, I'm happy you did the furnace. I'm happy you did all new plumbing and stuff. But I'm not paying you for it. I'm paying you for the nice gold frilly tap you put in the kitchen, the nice light fixtures that go with the floors or the bedding on the staging of the bed, which I'm taking away anyway. Buyers, that's the kind of stuff you want to focus on. Cosmetic, frilly stuff. That's what gets buyers amped up and they're gonna pay you because of that. So just do the easy stuff. All the houses I flip, literally, paint, floor, trim, doors, I'm out of here. That's our bread and butter. That's all we focus on. Fourth thing you want to avoid is over renovating. Now you're like, Matt, sounds like you're doing a lot. Are you over renovating? To a certain degree, but we're getting the house, like I said, so far under market value that I can afford to over renovate a little bit just to get that real wow factor for the area I'm investing in. For example, I can just think of one off the top of my head right now. We just finished right now a townhouse. It's obviously a starter home in like a lower end complex. Okay, so like we pimped the shit out of that house because we got it so fucking low, so low that I could afford to just make it like amazing. So when the buyers walked in, right, all the 23-year-old buyers, and I think the buyer couple we got was like 25 years old, a couple, perfect clientele I was shooting for. We just made it look so modern and awesome. So they walked in going, this house is only like 540 grand is what we agreed on after the multiple offers. You know, like I can get this house for 540 grand, which in my area is like so low. So I was like, yeah, dude, awesome, right? So I had all these buyers fight over it. So I'm kind of going on a rant here, but you want to avoid over renovating to the stuff I was saying before, like all the new plumbing. Better example I should have said is we finished a flip also about a month ago in a older town. The house was a 1914 house. And we just got kind of screwed on it because all the plumbing underground was all shit and so many other structural reasons because the house was like gong show. It was a total flop. I'll get my guy to throw up some before and afters right here just to show you guys while I'm talking. We knew full well it was a total gutter, but I didn't really expect the shit underground to not be cool. Anyway, that house again, we got it so under market value. It worked out. We still made a sweet profit on that, but it was like, damn, I got to pay like 10 grand for all this stupid plumbing that I'm not getting back. So it's just stuff like that you want to avoid. Nobody really pays for that. We like that as real estate investors because we get like the mechanics of a home and we want a nice strong home with nice new plumbing and stuff. Your buyers don't really give a shit. Last but not least, the thing you want to avoid is taking too long. So when we do flips, we're usually in and out of the flip within 45, 60 days. And that's even like a full townhouse flip top to bottom. 60 days is kind of our max flip. So that's kind of, we're cranking these out. What you want to avoid is having like a 6-month, 8-month flip. I see so many beginners do this where it takes so long. You're paying financing, which is probably like 12%, 15%, interest rate on these. So like the longer you take, the more money you're losing and the more risk that the market can change. Now, if you did that in the past year and you did it for a long time, the market actually accelerated in most areas and you look like a genius. You're like, I know what I'm doing. Okay, try doing that now. Okay, the market's already changing in most of North America. In a year from now, 2 years from now, it's gonna be a totally different market. So if you keep doing those 8-month flips thinking you're a genius, you're gonna get screwed because the market can change in 8 months. Can the real estate market change from like awesome to not awesome in 60 days? Not likely. It's not the stock market. Real estate is much slower. So you're reducing your risk. But in 8 months, yeah, a lot of stuff can go on in the world and ruin the market, okay? So that's the 5 things you want to avoid to not lose money on your flips. Follow the opposite of what I said to actually make money. Anyway, if you guys like this video, if you learned anything, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. And also hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. I'll see you in the next video.